Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about Bitcoin because Bitcoin just finally broke out of a symmetrical triangle pattern that it has been in over the last week and a half. And this is very important because Bitcoin breaking bullish out of this pattern indicates that now Bitcoin is following the lead of Cardano and Ethereum, which have already broken bullish. And we might be about to see the entire cryptocurrency market move into a major rally that could result in Bitcoin and Ethereum rallying back to all-time high and Cardano moving as high as $4, which we talked about this morning on Coffee and Crypto Live. We're going to talk about Bitcoin today and where it might be headed next. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. The very first thing we need to look at here is this symmetrical triangle pattern. As you guys can see, there's a downtrending level of resistance here and an uptrending level of support right here. Bitcoin, traditionally, going back to full screen, needs to see it break about 70 to 95% of the way through a symmetrical triangle pattern. Now, here's a point that we made earlier today on Coffee and Crypto Live at 9:30, talking about Cardano. Cardano broke its symmetrical triangle pattern about 95% of the way through. What we talked about was that the further it goes, the further a market goes into a symmetrical triangle pattern, the more of a stalemate there is. For example, if you break 50% of the way through a symmetrical triangle pattern, then you would expect whoever is breaking out, either the bulls or the bears, to be the ones that are in charge. But if, as we can see here on the Bitcoin chart, you go 95% of the way through a symmetrical triangle pattern before you break out of it, then obviously the battle between the bulls and the bears has been fought very, very hard. The bulls did win, but they didn't win by a landslide, or we would have broken bullish about 3 days ago. Nevertheless, there is currently a bullish breakout going on Bitcoin, but looking down at the hourly chart, we can see that there is a critical level of resistance that we must contend with, and that is none other than the $50,000 region that we tried to break above back on my birthday on August the 23rd. Bitcoin attempted to break above $50,000 a week and a half ago, but it failed, and now we're doing the exact same thing. The question on everyone's mind is Bitcoin about to double top at $50,000, or can we break that all-important level of resistance and rally back to all-time high? Well, starting out on the daily chart, we first need to look at our moving averages because we can see that there is support sitting on the 200 daily at the moment. This is critical because the 200 daily is the historical level of support that Bitcoin maintains above for the majority of a bull market. In fact, during all of the 2016-17 bull market, we never fell below it once. We have seen some trading below it recently as we saw a much larger correction than we normally would see during a bull market because we didn't have enough corrections during the previous bull market, during the beginning of this bull market, but now we are above the 200 daily SMA, and that's a very good sign. Looking at our oscillators, we can also see that there is bullish convergence starting on the MACD. Notice how the histogram has changed colors over the last 48 hours. That is indicative that the MACD line and the signal line are now converging, and we could be expecting a bullish cross in the next couple of days. Remember, guys, you don't just want to look at the crosses on the MACD. You want to look at when those crosses start to form, i.e. when the histogram changes colors. Notice we didn't have a bearish cross until all the way back here on August the 17th, but we actually saw the bearish divergence, the bearish convergence start back here. This bearish convergence called this 4-day correction, so you want to look at the way the histogram is moving on the MACD, and the MACD histogram is now saying that we're likely going to continue moving up. Looking at our RSI, though, we can also see that there is what is known as bullish RSI divergence. Looking at our bottoms here, there is an uptrending level of support, and on our lows down here on the RSI, there is a downtrending level of support. That is what is known as classical bullish RSI divergence, and it is indicative that Bitcoin should be rallying quite a bit here over the coming weeks. Looking at our volume, we can also see that the volume has increased just a little bit over the last several days. That is a good sign because we want to see volume coming in when we are breaking bullish out of a pattern like this. But one of the things that concerns me is the fact that we saw two very high wicks right here. We saw a wick rally all the way from $47,000 on Bitcoin back on the 31st, all the way to $48,200, and then come back down. That's an inverted hammer, and that's not a good sign. We can also see today, now this daily candlestick is not closed, but so far today, we have a long upper wick, which is again indicative that the bulls are not as powerful as we might think. All of this to say, Bitcoin is attempting to break $50,000, but it doesn't look like it has the strength to maintain it. In fact, even looking on the 4-hourly chart right here, we can see that there is a bearish engulfing candlestick where our red candlestick is much larger than our green. Again, not a bullish sign. So the question is this: can the rally that's happening right now on Ethereum and also that is happening right now on Cardano lead to a major breakout on Bitcoin? And will Bitcoin rally all the way back to all-time high in the next month and a half? I think yes, but I don't think we're going to see Bitcoin break above $50,000 this week. Personally, I think the next 5 days or so are going to be relatively bearish for Bitcoin. We're going to stay below $50,000 and the zone of resistance there, but I think we're also going to stay above this uptrending level of support that we can see on my chart. What we're more than likely going to do is continue trading sideways, move this symmetrical triangle pattern into a bullish ascending triangle pattern, and then eventually we will hit a third top on the level that is $50,000. Probably about a week from today, we will break it, and then from there, the rest of the cryptocurrency market will continue to rally. All told, Bitcoin is very bullish right now, and I do expect we'll be back at all-time high in the next 45 days, but I think the next 7 days are going to see a lot of sideways action, and I think the next 2 days are going to see some bearish price action as Bitcoin attempts to break $50,000, and I think fails. So my price prediction on Bitcoin is this. I think in the next 45 days, before the end of October, we are going to see Bitcoin hit we're going to see Bitcoin hit all-time high. But my price prediction for the shorter term is this week, I think we're going to pull back down to $48,000, which is our support region down here on this uptrending level of support. I think we're going to bounce off of it, come up and test the level of resistance of $50,000 again, break bullish from there. So that's my price prediction on Bitcoin. I want to hear what yours is in the comment section down below. How do you think Bitcoin is going to move, and where do you think it is going next? Before we wrap out this video, guys, I do want to mention that today's video is sponsored by our very own Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, so make sure to check that out with the link in the description box down below. This is the place where I teach you guys everything I have learned in the last 4 years of working in cryptocurrency markets every single day. Kind of Crypto Tim, who is now TA Tim, has learned everything he learned from CT2A and from me teaching him, and now he's able to go out and learn things on his own, like Wyckoff, which I didn't teach him. He went and learned that on his own. He learned in 6 months what it took me to learn in 4 years, because I had to teach myself, but he had someone guiding him. That's the power of education. That's why you should invest in yourself, and that's why you should check out the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, linked in the description box down below. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button. That's all I got for you. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.